Yo, what's up, my slimes? Wagwan, my G's. Today we're doing something different. We have a Premier League prediction table. I watch the Premier League a lot. If you don't know me, it's one of the big things I do. Um, you might say I'm a little bit late to this. The season already started, but I was just waiting for the end of the transfer window. So now that the teams are certain for at least half the year, so by the time the next transfer window comes up, the the table will kind of be formed a little bit. So it's not cheating, whatever. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I did a little bit of research before. I looked at some teams in their transfer windows and their seasons, and yeah, I'll be making the table. So yeah, all right, okay. So how is this gonna work? Obviously, you can see the bottom 20 to 1. I'm in a tier maker. 1, 2, 6, 7. 8, 9. Why does it feel like they're not all 20 teams? Whatever. I should have probably done that before. It is. Okay. I'm not going to start from the top because otherwise you're going to click off. You're going to see what you want. I'm not going to start from whatever team's first, like Brentford. I'm going to go what I think is 20th to what I think is first because that's what everybody does and it milks content. All right. I'm shaking a lot. 20th. Norwich. Yeah, they bought Kabak from Schalke, or on loan, I think. But his spell at Liverpool didn't really show anything to something that is really good. And Norwich are just that kind of team. I don't know. I definitely think they're going to get relegated. If they finish, 18th, I wouldn't be surprised either. But yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The bottom half really could be anything. I have no clue. I'm gonna put Watford 19th. I think that's fair. I mean, yeah, they got the cycling GK boys, but it's Watford. I mean, I don't really see them doing well. They didn't strengthen super well, from my knowledge. They don't have they won their first game, yeah. They conceded 2 goals in the last half hour or whatever. They won their first game, but they haven't really been that promising. They lost to Spurs and they lost to, did they lose again? I completely forget. I don't have the table up or anything. I think they lost match week 2, but yeah, not really that promising. But yeah, this one is kind of a shock to a lot of you, I would assume, but I really have a strong belief that Southampton are going to go down. Yeah, they kept Ward-Prowse. They lost Danny Ings, though. I don't know where they're going to get goals. I mean, yeah, they bought Adam Armstrong, but he's just not as good as Danny Ings, in my opinion. I might look like a fool for saying this, but yeah, I really think they're going to get relegated. I know that they're a decent team, and I'm trying to think, but yeah, they're just not. They're not really I don't know what they have. I mean, they lost Vestergaard, I believe it was, and they didn't really replace him, I don't think. So that's interesting. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna lose. I feel like they're gonna lose too many games this season somewhere. Because there's always that period where they lose a lot of games, but they still manage to do well enough to not be in a relegation battle. But I feel like they're gonna lose more. Okay. 17th. Anywhere from 15th to 17th, I'm going to be honest, could probably get relegated. I'm going to put Brentford in 17th. I don't know much about them. I know they're exciting. They're undefeated right now. Their first 3 games. But, yeah, they're not super exciting. So, Well, no, they are super exciting, but like I think they're going to be the only team that stays up. But it's going to be close. It's going to be close. They're in a relegation battle, definitely. Crystal Palace. Yeah, I think Crystal Palace are going to finish like 16th. It's not going to be comfortable. A lot of people think they're going to get relegated, but they've got nice attacking talent. They signed Edouard. Actually, no, let me take that back. I think Newcastle are going to finish 16th because Newcastle are a team. They didn't really strengthen much. They got Joe Willock, who was good for them on loan last season, but like they didn't really do much. I'm looking at the table right now, and the webcam's up here, so I'm not looking directly at you guys. But like they strengthened a little bit, but I don't know. They're gonna stay up. They are. There's just not much promising. Like Steve Bruce is a good manager. I mean, yeah, Newcastle fans don't like him. He's a little bit defensive, but he does pick up points. I know they do have problems with their owner, which is why a lot of people, like what a lot of Newcastle fans complain about, which is showed here. They only bought Joe Willock, but like, I don't know, they're gonna stay up. They're gonna stay up. They're just not that exciting. And then Crystal Palace, I think, are a bit more exciting, so they might, do better. So I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put Burnley in 14th. It's Burnley. They signed Cornet, or whatever his name is, from Lyon. £15 million. I think he'll do well. I think McNeil will do well as well. I think he's still there. To be honest, I don't pay attention. It's Burnley. Chris Wood. They have some good players. They have some good attack. I mean, yeah, the squad's aging a little bit. They have Nick Pope. They'll keep clean sheets. They'll play boring games. They might, win a surprise game or something like that. But it's Burnley. Like, Sean Dyche is a good manager, so he'll keep them up. But, like, it's not going to be exciting. 13 for Brighton. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing there's so many words. I'm like, whoa, okay. Yeah, they're actually better. Wow, okay. Yeah. But like, it's kind of weird. Anyways, Brighton, good team. Graham Potter, good manager, one of the best in the league. Play expansive. They play very well. They have 4xG, I know, but I don't know. I feel like they'll get a little bit better. They lost Ben White, yeah, but they've kind of been fine without him. I think they'll do fine. They'll finish 13th. It'll be a good finish. Someone else who I think will do fine is Wolves. Do I think they'll finish 12th? Yeah. They're not good. When Raul Jimenez starts finding shooting boots again, maybe they'll be better. Which is why, they're not higher up on the table. But, they're in a comfortable 12th spot. They're a good team. They really take the game. They're unfortunate to have lost 3 games 1-0. Actually, I watched the Man United game. I'm a Man United fan, so yeah, I watched them play Man United. And they really stretched out Man United. They were unlucky not to score on multiple occasions. I definitely think they'll be a better team this season. But yeah, okay, I don't have this prepared, so I might change it yet. But I think they'll finish 12th. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish lower if they don't get clinical enough, and I wouldn't be surprised if they finish higher if they, start really firing and doing well, because Bruno Lage is doing a good job. I think we'll finish 11. Yeah, 14, 13, 12. Just missing out on the top 10. And I gotta go Leeds. You know what to expect with Leeds. They either win 5-1 or they lose 5-1 every week. It's how it is. Marcel Marcelo Bielsa is a good manager. They signed Dan James on transfer deadline day, which I think is a good signing to them. He's a player that I like to, run at defenders on the counterattack, so I think that'll really help. And I think they'll have a good season, like last season. Not as good, because I think the league's gotten a bit tougher, but I definitely think they'll still have a good season. And I think Marcelo Bielsa will do another good job. Leeds are an exciting team to watch. If you never watched Premier League, it's always suggested to watch Leeds now because they're just an entertaining team. That's what they do. And I think they'll have a good season. It'll be fun to watch. Okay, going into the top 10, and I think 10th will be West Ham. They didn't sign Jesse Lingard, which doesn't make sense to me. I really thought they should have. It would have been a good deal for both sides. Maybe they will in January, hopefully, because it's a good signing for them. They're in Europe. Antonio's doing really well right now. So I think Europe is what's going to bring them down from their 6th place position because, they got to play multiple things. I think they'll still have another good season. They've kept Declan Rice, which is a big positive, and I think they'll have another good season. I just think it won't be as good. They're a really good team. David Moyes is doing a great job. But yeah, I just think 10th is where they should go. 9th is Aston Villa. I'd put them higher. Except, to be honest, they haven't really showed much in the first 3 games. I mean, Danny Ings scored a bicycle kick in the second game. They lost to Watford on opening day. They played pretty okay against Newcastle. They won, obviously. And then their 3rd game, I completely forget. Oh, Brentford, right? And they drew 1-1. Not really promising. They're sitting on 4 points. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll have a good season again. Danny Ings will definitely help them a lot. They missed a couple of penalties. I remember that in the middle of the season. Definitely think Danny Ings would score them. They go a little bit higher. I know they lost Jack Grealish. That's a big thing, but I think they'll be fine. They signed Buendia. They signed Leon Bailey from Bayern Leverkusen. They signed Antoine Zebi on loan, which helps them defensively massively. They signed Ashley Young, which doesn't help. Well, it helps because it's always good to have 4 players, and he just won the Serie A with Inter, but it's not like long term. I think they're gonna be better than last season, which is why they're finishing in the top half. Another team I think are gonna be better than last season are Everton. Except thinking about it now, I don't think they're gonna finish 8th. Arsenal are gonna finish 8th. Same as last season, and the thing is, they're gonna be fine with that, I think. Do they think they're gonna win the FA Cup or something and get back into the Europa League? I don't know. I don't really see it. But I don't know. They started off poorly. Brentford, that was poor. But Chelsea and Man City are understandable. It's obviously about the next 3 games. Will they get 9 points? I don't think they'll get 9 points. The All or Nothing Arsenal documentary is going to be very interesting. But I can't wait to watch that. I might even give a reaction on YouTube. Not what I think. But yeah, Arsenal are just not. I don't know. They're not convincing. They spent so much money on Ben White, on Odegaard, Ramsdale, just players at the wazoo that are all young. So they're kind of building for the future, but they're not that good. They're not really convincing. They show little signs in the beginning of games, and then they go down, and they're terrible. Against Man City, they were the better team for the opening 7 minutes. Almost with the only 7 minutes they really did anything. They're a good team. Just not as good as they used to be at all. I don't think Arsenal fans will be fine with 8th. Now? If you told them now? Well, if you told them at the beginning of the season, no. If you told them now, maybe. If they look back at it, they go, eight's alright. I think they'll just have another alright season. I think they need to do better, though. Um, I think Everton are going to do better. Last season they finished 10th. Now I'm saying they finished 7th. Rafa Benitez is a good manager. I know he used to manage Liverpool, and that's kind of a big thing, but so far he has them playing pretty well. They won on opening day. They drew the other 2 games. One was against Leeds, I think. I think they drew the other 2 games. Either way, they've been playing well. I can't really say anything bad about them. 7th sounds about right. I think Rafa Benitez will have a good season. I think he'll do better than 10th. I don't think he'll dip in the middle. The teams that he has to beat, I think he'll beat. The teams that it's harder to beat, he might get a couple points out of that. I don't think there are going to be as many upsets as last season. I think they'll do better. Going into the top 6. And 6th, this is going to be kind of a shock. I'm going to put Leicester at 6th. I would typically say they're a solid 5th place team for the past couple of seasons, just missing in the Champions League. But I don't know. I feel like they lost Fofana to injury for a bit, which is kind of big. I know they signed a replacement, but still, it's not the same. Brendan Rodgers is a good manager, but I feel like they didn't really strengthen as much, compared to the other teams, the teams above them, in one way or another, and they're just going to be kind of left behind. I don't know. I just see that these 5 teams at the bottom of the screen are going to be better. So yeah. Okay. 5th place, obviously, I have Tottenham. They've won their first 3 games. They're currently sitting top of the league. Is that going to last? No. Nuno has been doing a great job. He beat City on opening day. He's won all 3 of his games 1-0, to be fair. But yeah, I definitely think that Tottenham are going to have a good season. I think they're going to finish 5th. They're going to finish many places above Arsenal, which is going to be nice for them. They're going to be back in the Europa League spot. They're a good team this season. I think they're going to finish above Leicester, partially because of Harry Kane, but I feel like they played better without Harry Kane on opening day. Harry Kane's definitely an asset, and he's definitely important to Tottenham. But, I feel like Tottenham are going to be a good team. I feel like they've strengthened more. I think they're coming back up again. And if they do well this season, get money from Harry Kane, build a bigger team, like more depth and quality, and more like their style, I think they'll be pushing towards the top 4. Not quite getting the top 4, but they'll push, or they'll win the Europa League, get back in the Champions League. I think this is going to be a good season for Tottenham. Romero from Atalanta was a good signing too, so I think that's important. All right, moving on to the top 4. This is big. Everybody's 4th place team this season, as it seems. Liverpool, unless you're a Liverpool fan, of course. I think Liverpool are going to have a worse season than they did last year. I mean, it's not going to be less points, but I mean, in terms of positioning. They'll have a better season in terms of points. Van Dijk came back. They got all their injuries back. They looked good against Norwich and against Burnley. They kept 2 clean sheets as well. But against Chelsea, they played a team with 10 men for 45 minutes, and they couldn't score. I know that's due to Chelsea being really good defensively, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like if a team can really frustrate Liverpool, they won't beat them. I feel like Liverpool are going to struggle against the other top 4 teams, and they just won't be as good. Not to say that Liverpool aren't going to be good. They're going to be really good. It's just, I think they're going to be 4th. Moving into 3rd. I actually think Man City are going to be 3rd. Which is a shock, but I'm going based off of their first game. I know they scored 10 goals, but I mean, they scored 5 against Norwich and 5 against Arsenal, so is that really a big achievement? No, not really. They lost to Spurs. Yeah, they're away. Yeah, it's a new manager, new that stuff can happen. And they lost to Leicester too in the Community Shield. There's just nothing really exciting. They spent $100 million on Jack Grealish. Yes, good player, good signing. Is he worth $100 million though? I don't really know about that. I think it's just sometimes I feel like it's like the same thing with Liverpool it is with Man City. Teams can really frustrate them, and like Tottenham did. Tottenham had a plan. They sat back and they hit them on the counterattack, and it worked. And I feel like City are going to be like, they're going to fall to that more. They lost to Tottenham. I definitely think they could lose to Leicester again. If a team does that, I think they'll frustrate them. And yeah, it's kind of biased, I know. This is going to be kind of biased, obviously, but it is what it is. I'm going to put Chelsea in second, because it's biased. Screw you guys, alright? It's biased. I'll switch around the top for a little unbiased, or like anti-United, but yeah. Chelsea are a really good team. Tuchel's a great manager. They're really defensive. They literally sat back for 45 minutes against Liverpool and didn't concede, which shows how good they are defensively. I think that they'll frustrate Liverpool again when they play again. I think they might, and since it's at Stamford Bridge, I think they'll get the win there too. They'll have 11 men as well. I think they'll beat Man City. I do. Because they'll use the same tactic and they'll beat them again. And Man City can't break down good teams that can sit back and counterattack for some reason. I think Chelsea will have a really good year. I don't know. I feel like there's something missing. They've really shored up. It's going to be really close. I want to say that. The top four right now, from what I'm saying, is basically, it's just which team beats which team. I think every team in the top four can beat 5th through 20th, get the same amount of points. It's just how they do against each other, in my opinion. That's how I feel. And Chelsea are a promising team. I definitely think they'll finish really close. And I think City and I think Liverpool also finish really close. It'll be really close here. It'll be a big gap between 4th and 5th. It's just that I support Man United. And what else can you say? I mean, we signed Sancho. That's a good signing. I mean, yeah, he's been kind of average the first couple of games, but he will get better. That's how it works. He'll adjust. It'll take time, but he'll adjust. Varane slotted in very well. Our defense against Wolves did a very good job. Although I did say that Wolves probably should have scored. The reason why they didn't score is because of our defense and keeper. We have a better defense now, which was one of the problems last year. We would go down away and we'd concede and we'd have to come back, and we go down at home. We conceded a lot more goals last year than we did the year before, and I'm glad that our defense is shored up again. Our attack is great. It's a better attack. It's better attack than last season, and last season our problem wasn't attack. We had a really good attack. The problem is the midfield, and you might be saying, what do you mean? There's Bruno and there's Pogba. We don't have a holding center defensive mid. I think if we can solve that in January, I definitely think the second half of the season will be a lot better. I think we'll be fine against some teams. I know we're relying on a lot of 1-0s like we did against Wolves, but I think as long as we play what we have, if we can play Matic when he's fit, if we can play Donny van de Beek, kind of impossible. If we play Scott McTominay is probably the best option out of all of them, besides Donny, in my opinion. But like, out of Matic, McTominay, Fred, I think McTominay is the best option. Even though he's not holding a CDM, he still will put in a shift, and I think the defense will really keep clean sheets. I think that's the big thing. I think we'll do a really good job defensively. I think we'll do a great job attackingly, and obviously the big man, Cristiano Ronaldo, comes back. I think he'll score 20-25 goals. You might be saying he's not the same player as he was when he left. Obviously not. He was a winger when he left. He's a striker now. He's a lot older, yes, but he's a lot wiser, and he just was top scorer at the Euros. He was top scorer at the in the Italian league over Lukaku. And you might be saying, well, yeah, he scores penalties. He scores penalties. That's clinicality. A team that scores penalties scores penalties. I mean, yes, last season Bruno scored a lot of penalties, but still, we aren't going to rely on Ronaldo now. But he is still going to get a lot of goals because we still have players who can whip the ball into the box, like Luke Shaw, like Jadon Sancho. Like, he'll get goals from headers and will create opportunities for him. And, of course, I think will be better. Now, if I wasn't a Man United fan, I might be like, oh, you don't have a holding midfielder. Chelsea. Maybe even this, right? But, like, any one of those top 4 teams can win, by the way. City could easily win again. They have a really good squad depth, but I feel like City are going to be underwhelming this season. I don't know why. I have a gut feeling that they're going to be underwhelming. And I saw them against Spurs, and there was not much to offer. Like, a team does well defensively, they're not going to pick up points. I don't think they're going to pick up any points from Man United or Chelsea, in my opinion, which is why I have them third. That's 12 points drop from 2 teams. Because Chelsea is good defensively, and Man United are good defensively. Or maybe they'll pick up 2 points. That's not good still. Yes, they'll pick up points from Everton, Arsenal. They picked up points. They'll pick up points from the whole bottom half of the table, but I just don't think it's going to be as good. I think it's going to be more competitive this season. I think they need those points against the top 4 teams. I just don't see them getting them. They might even pick up points against Liverpool. But yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think Liverpool in 4th is just because, they just came out of injury problems. Yeah, they're the same team though. They aren't strengthened from 2 seasons ago. Man City, I don't think they have what it takes offensively. I feel like they're missing something to really break down teams that frustrate them. Chelsea, I just think they're going to be second. I think it's a toss-up, in my opinion, between any of the 4 teams, but more specifically Chelsea, considering how well they've strengthened in the window. So yeah, that's my prediction. It's a bit biased, I know, but let's see how it goes in the end, and you'll probably see me crying. Well, that's the video, guys. I hope you appreciated it. Like, subscribe, yeah, and I'll see you next time. Peace.